Let's see what we can do with these old second-hand lights. The lenses are in very bad condition, not just on the outside, they have crazing on the inside as well. This one isn't as bad. I'll show you the other one. See if we can see it. You see that there? It's kind of hard to see in this light, but basically you can see it there as that. You can see that one, can't you? So that's not actually on the outside, that's the inside. Says heat damage. You see this here? So that's called crazing. It's on the inside. I could restore the outside, but that stuff's going to remain. So, fresh lens it is. Carefully cut these open. Pass the parcel. Cannot fault the wrapping on these. They are hard to get into. Okay, that's difficult. There is a lens in there. That probably says, haha, good luck getting inside here. You've got little air pockets on the back. One eternity later, we have another lens. That's that one. And there is that one. Let's start on this one first. We're going to be replacing the lenses, and we also have these. So these halos are made specifically for the lights. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is Chongi, come to inspect the work. Now this is a second-hand one from a breaker, because they literally just chopped the wires off. So first of all, we need to make sure that there's no screws or staples or whatever. So I can see there's a screw down there, and see there's an access hole through there. Just a normal Phillips. One on that corner. One there. There is absolutely no way that that's going to fit in the oven, so you have to do it the manual way and use a heat gun. They're butyl, so it's not too bad. I normally try and start from like a corner or something, generally on the bottom, and you need to get these tabs up. That's quite loose already, so that might be a good place to start, and then just gradually work your way in there. Heat gun, and I use a trim removal tool. Obviously plastic isn't going to scratch. If you use screwdrivers like a lot do, you're likely to scratch something. Quite a bit of heat. Obviously don't do it too hot, don't get too close. Just gradually, bit by bit. Don't stay in one spot for too long. It is plastic, or not. Okay, let's try getting in there. So you can bend that tab, yeah, that's soft. Bend that back, and then try and get into here, and then give it a slide along. Probably wants a bit more heat. It's not a race, just gradually. Yeah, butyl is much nicer to work with. The heat does affect it, which makes it easier to get inside. If this was Permaseal, it's horrendous. So I just pull off like the excess now and again so they get built up. Get in there now. And now I literally just keep going all the way around. Once you've sort of loosened it all the way around, then you can start going a bit deeper then. I won't show you it all, but I'll do a bit more. And then that's the main. Yes, there. If you get to a point where it stops, don't force it. That's where the screw goes into it. It's going to be difficult there because that part is in the way. You see that? It's got the plastic bit. Thought it was going to make that a bit tricky. Once we start actually pulling it, it won't be so bad. Like I said, don't rush it, you'll break something. Just bit by bit, chip away at it. Don't expect to get it open straight away. Right, so it's literally like blue tack, this stuff. It's easier to get off your hands than it is gloves. See, it goes up to here. The butyl is actually only down in here, so you have to reach quite far down into it. Get those little tabs up. Oh yeah, it also generally collects dirt in there. Collects dirt in there as well. Don't worry about trying to force it open, we're just sort of breaking the seal as such. There you go. Yeah, look how dirty that is. Right, so that's good. I'm just going to carry on all the way around. Doing the top now. This way. Just under half heat, you don't want it too up. The tight outer corners, do it last, because generally it'll have something sticking that way. So start from the inner side, big end, pull it out over to there, and a lot of the time you pull it out and then pull that bit forward. I'm just going to start trying to get in deeper now. So now we want to try and get further in so we can literally get behind the lens. We're going to heat up a larger area, start trying to pull it apart more, get inside, and then we'll start properly getting it off then. I've managed to get in behind the lens now. See, there's a gap now. So now I just heat it up and work my way around basically. Obviously it was difficult to get at it when it was together, but now it's heated up and slowly apart. Keep heating it up. Yeah, another one of them awkward bits there. You see that? It's in the way. To get this part out, you need to take the indicator bulb out because it gets in the way. As you can see, we're getting there now. The key is not to rush it when you get to this point, because that's when you will snap something. These strands, straight these strands. So what you can do near the end is if you hold the pressure like this, so it's trying to pull out, and then heat it at the same time. As you can see down there, it breaks the strands. And you can see this bit is clinging on. So if you pull back now, it'll snap the casing. Yeah, just keep grabbing it. It's quite awkward. So lift it up. Finally. Okay, lens uncasing. You can see that bit's awkward. It's full right up. The butyl in that corner. That's that. Here's the lens. See how much is in that corner. And yeah, basically, so now for the new lens, take this part out, which is just screws, and then it'll fit into the other lens. So we'll do that next. I'll show you quite how bad the lens is then as well. Right, at this point I would suggest putting gloves on. Touching these parts isn't so bad, but once you get it open, if you say touch that chrome part there with your finger, it will leave a fingerprint and it marks really easy, so if you were to try and wipe it off, you would scratch that quite easily. And if you use any kind of say degreaser, it will literally take the chrome off, so you have to be very careful with those chrome bits. Obviously if we was using this lens, I wouldn't put it face down on hard floor. I would put like a towel down or something just to protect it, but it don't matter for this one. Yeah, so sometimes the tabs are in the sealant, so be aware of that. So there you go. Careful where you touch. But that's now out, ready to go into the new lens. You can see what this lens is like. See that? See this? There. That's actually, see that? That's actually on the inside. You've probably been full of water at one point. So yeah, so if you touch the inside of a lens, you will scratch it. So I could clean that up and polish it up, but you will still notice the marks, if you know what I mean. The inside scratch is really easy. You can see someone's had a go at sanding this as well. Look at that. But yeah, that lens is going to go in the bin, or maybe I'll mess around with it, see if I can save it, but fresh lenses, so I'll show you that. Excuse the noise in the background, just washing the towels and mitts ready for my next detail. Right, I'm going to use the packaging so I can put the lens face down. I will leave this protective cover on it basically the whole time, just stops you marking it. Obviously when it comes to putting it together, you just have to pull it away from the edges, but I'll leave it around the main of it. I'm going to put this part inside now. Slot this end in first and then drop it in, and it's got like little tabs to like locate it in numerous places. That's it, and then we'll put those screws back in. Side. So you got a bigger circle, a smaller circle. Smaller will go on there. If I actually put it into there, you don't necessarily see it all. So I actually need to install it onto this part instead. Yeah, so I'm going to have to put it in here basically. So I'm going to have to mount it like that basically. Right, something I always do, I take this wire up so it's not red, so if it is on show anywhere, at least it's just black. There you go. So at least if it is seen anywhere, it's just not quite so obvious. I'm just going to use clear epoxy and just put blobs where it touches to support it. Try not to put too much so you can see it, sort of thing, but obviously you want it to be strong. It's my favourite clear epoxy. Sets in 5 minutes, which is handy. and wear gloves. So the key is, it is gap filling, so you can sort of bridge a gap with it and it will go strong. And mix it up in here. It's your little spatula. Before, after.